folks, and welcome back to the channel. And before we get started on this video, I just want to say Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2026. I hope you guys had a great New Year and a great Christmas and are excited about this upcoming year. I'm hoping to make it a great year and hoping to be able to make lots of content for you guys. For today's episode, I've been wanting to make this for a while, but it's been snowing, freezing, cold, nasty. So here we are in the garage. Decided to make it anyway and just do it here. And I am looking at camp kitchens, from the most basic budget-friendly way that you can cook on the road to some ways that you can maybe get a little more organized. And all of this is for those of you who are just taking your daily truck out into the wild to go camping. None of this $50,000 camp trailers and all this other stuff that's real high end. This is all entry-level stuff, but it's ways that you can, go out there and just, if you've never done it before, you can get in it really cheap and get started. To those of you who maybe want to go camping a little more often, but you still want to be more organized. So we're going to talk about 3 setups, and basically we'll start with the cheapest way to get going and be able to cook while you're on the road. And basically you'll be using your tailgate as your kitchen, essentially. So that's where something like this comes in. This is just a little butane stove. These are very cheap. I have 2 of these. I think I bought my first one at Walmart for like 30 bucks. And they run on these little butane canisters, which you can pick up really cheap. And these will get the job done, right? These are particularly nice in summertime, and it's in a contained unit. You just pull this lever down and you twist the knob and it'll fire up, and you can cook or boil water, do some basic stuff with an item like this. And for a camp kitchen, you just take this, it comes with a box, and use your tailgate. Now, couldn't get my tailgate into the garage, so we'll pretend that we're able to do that. It's going to come with a box like this, and basically you just put this in here and take off. Now, you can cook on that with stuff that you already have at the house. You don't have to have special camp cookery. It's nice to have those things because it's lighter, but if you're looking for the absolute cheapest way to be able to cook while you're camping or overlanding, one of these butane stoves is the way to go. And then you can take a pot and a pan from home. If you want to have camp specific cookware, you can hit up Walmart and find some basic cheap stuff to do that with. Most of the time I'm using those to boil water and to make tea, or you can make oatmeal, or you can make freeze-dried meals, all with that camp stove and just a tea kettle or something to boil water in. All right, so now I've got 2 different options here for like a more, someone who's wanting to go camping more, a little more long-term camping kitchen. We have one that's purpose designed for or as a camp kitchen or a Chuk Box, and that is the Chuk Box right here, which you may have seen in some earlier videos. And then we have something that I've kind of put together here out of Milwaukee Packout boxes, and they each have their advantages and disadvantages, so we'll kind of look over those and what they are. So with the Packout box, what I have is on the bottom tier, I have the wheeled Packout, so you just lean it back. It's got a handle in the back and you can lean it back. It's got wheels on it and you can roll it around. That's usually what I keep the kids camping stuff in, so it'll have their sleeping bags and stuff like that. I can just grab it right out of the shed and throw it in the back of the truck and go. So that's always with me. And then I usually have these 2 Packout drawers attached to the back of the truck, and you'll have seen those in some of the videos too. But I can pop those out of the truck just by pushing this little lever and sliding them out and stack them on the bottom one. And then I have built this top out of a piece of finished plywood. Now, I originally built this for work. I have a set of dolly wheels that go on this to roll around the warehouse, but it could be used for a camp kitchen too. And it's nice, there's a lot of space. It's got a little Milwaukee Packout cup holder here so I can put my Milwaukee Packout mug in there and lock it down. And then I have a 3-drawer set and a 2-drawer set. So, you know, I've got like my lights, my sharpener, my little utensils set. I got a little bag in here full of marshmallow sticks because you gotta have marshmallows at the campfire. And then I can keep my sugar. I've got a little power inverter, some first aid supplies, and carry my tea with me everywhere I go. And then I keep some utensils in here as well, and then some collapsible cups and bowls, chocolate, and a few snacks. And then the one below that's a 2-drawer, and that's where I keep a charger for my Milwaukee stuff and some Milwaukee batteries. So I can use the Milwaukee, attach it to this power inverter, and have power from this. I also power my rocket light with it, power my chainsaw with it, so I keep those in there. And then the bottom one, I usually keep some cups. If I take a frying pan, I'll put that in the bottom one, and then I can just take these and go camping with them. Now, the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are you have more storage space with the Milwaukee, and it's more versatile, because a lot of times I'll get home, I take the camping stuff out and I put my tools back in it and I use it for work. So that's kind of more multi-purpose. I don't really have to worry about them getting scratched up or anything because they're plastic. So they are nice for that. The one thing I don't like about it is it's not as sturdy as the Chuk Box. And at least with this setup that I have here, you could take out one of these and set it down lower. But like I mean, I'm at face level cooking here. So, you know, you got to worry about grease getting in your face and stuff. So it has a disadvantage there. This takes up more space in the truck, especially with this board on top. But if you're looking for something that you can use for multiple purposes, the Milwaukee Packouts are really great for that, because you can use them for tools, you can use them for camping. Milwaukee even makes a cooler, right, that's about this size that will snap in, so you can kind of carry all that stuff around as well. So it has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. Cost-wise, that stack is probably similar in price to the Chuk Box. Now, I bought those for work, so it's something I had. If you have them, this is a great option. If you're just looking for something that you can use for cooking, and that's all you're concerned about, you want to have something that's ready to go, this Chuk Box is probably the way to go. It's designed specifically for being a camp kitchen. And I really like this. So this whole system here folds down into one box. Okay, so it's a lot less space in the truck than these 3 items plus the top plus whatever you're cooking with. And then with certain stoves, they will fit inside of this. So this is a GSI thin line stove. This folds down and it fits in the top of this, and I can close the top lid on the Chuk Box, fold the sides down, fold the legs in, and everything's compact and ready to go inside of the Chuk Box. So these are like $660 or something around there, I believe, but I do have a discount code for you guys, 15% off on the Chuk Box. The Milwaukee setup here, they run close to $200 for each one of these. So there's about, it's like 180, 170, something around there for each box. So by the time you buy all 3 boxes and build your top, you're probably looking at about the same cost. And if you want to mount those in the truck with the Packout plates, you got to buy the Packout plates and figure out how you're going to mount them to your truck bed as well. So more versatile, but similar in cost. Not as steady for the Packout set, and you're going to have to build some stuff, whereas this comes ready to go. Now you can put up here on the top, this is strong enough. I just have a Blackstone up here. A lot of times I'll cook with the Blackstone. I don't usually take this one because it's very heavy. But you know, you can put your stove up here. You could put your butane stove up here. I could put this GSI stove up here and cook with it as well. So that's one option, and then the Chuk Box. So let's take a look at the Chuk Box. So this is kind of what the Chuk Box looks like set up, and this is, it's a little lower, it's more counter height like you would have at your house. So I'm not worried about grease and stuff splattering in my face as much, and I can put my little 2-burner stove on here. This belongs to Steven, who's one of the guys that goes on some of our trips. He has a Pit Boss, a little bit smaller than this, but similar design, and he just closes the top lid and puts his Pit Boss on top and cooks on it. So similar in price, but here's what you're getting with this. This is lighter. These are about 30 pounds, empty, and it will probably hold a similar amount of stuff as both of these. And these are a little heavier, especially when they're loaded out. And then this packs down into just one box, so it's really nice for that. But you can open up the front, and you have 2 drawers in it. There's a 3rd drawer at the top, but that's what my stove is sitting on. That can be adjusted for whether you have like this GSI thin line, or maybe you got the Coleman, which is a little bit thicker. You can drop the top shelf down. But the drawers, they're pressed aluminum, so they just slide right out. And then Chuk Box does make, they're working on designing some organizers for this to kind of like you have at in your drawers at your house to organize your utensils. And you can just throw this in the back of the truck and keep everything in it. Your bottom drawers are a little bit deeper, so you can put some more things in there. That's typically where we put pots and pans. So the Chuk Box, I really like the height of this. It's just a good height for working at, as opposed to the other setup that I have over here. And then we can put our stuff to the side here. I'll show you how this thin line stove works from GSI. These fold in. You just lift them up. They'll fold in like that. You push the little button down here, and this folds down. And then on the bottom, you just lift those up, and they will fold in flat. And then of course you gotta disconnect your propane. Make sure that your propane cord is stowed in here. And this will close completely flat. Now you can put a stove right on top of this, like if you've got a Blackstone style stove, you can sit that right up here and cook off the top of it. And then this baby, there's levers underneath here that you just grab on both sides, fold that down, and then it's got pop-up handles right here that you can lift up, and there's a lever that you pull underneath to fold your legs up. All right, to set this up, we just lift up one side, we pull the pin, and the leg pops out like that. And then we pull the pin again, and the other set of legs pops out. Super easy to set up. And then we just fold out the sides, and we're ready to go. Ready to camp. Now down here, I can have my propane in here. We've got dishes, cleanup stuff, cooking spray, seasoning spray, and you can use this kind of as a little shelf, or you can even take off the wires here and let it fold all the way down if you want access to the drawers while you're cooking without having to open the top, open the front. Now with this one, you know, you can set up any kind of stove up here. You don't have to worry about will it fit inside, but you got to figure out how to pack that and get it there. Inside though, you can do a lot on the inside with organization. So this will obviously probably hold more stuff than that, especially if we're filling things into the bottom one. Now, keep in mind with the bottom, once you've set up your stack, if you want to access the bottom bin, you have to take everything off to get into the bottom bin. So, you know, that's something you're probably not going to want to use that for stuff that you're going to be accessing a lot. But the drawers are nice because of how you can organize. So I usually keep lights, headlamps, utensils up here. I've got my sugar and my stuff for my tea, a first aid kit. I keep some extra batteries when I'm on the trail and a charger. And then down here is where I'll usually, like if I'm bringing my cast iron pan, I'll put that in here. I've got my hammer for hammering in steaks, and then some just disposable stuff, and my camp towels. And then these, when you're transporting them, you can pop these up like that so that they're not sliding out or the drawers aren't coming out while you're moving them. So this setup actually is very nice as well. It's just going to take up more space, but you can use it for many things. And as far as this top goes, this isn't something that Milwaukee sells. So what it is the little feet, there's little feet on it that slide into the Packout grooves that I built myself. So I'll take all this stuff off and show you what that looks like. Okay, so for this is just a standard board. I hit it with a router, and then I attached the little Packout thing. But basically, you can get on to Amazon and just buy these little feet that are designed to slide into the Packout grooves, which is all I did for this. And I've loaded this down quite a bit, and it's when I'm working, and it holds up pretty well. Like I've got a hook here to hang my backpack on. You could hang a trash bag on that. A lot of times I'll put my wireless router on there when I'm working. And then up on the top here is another little hook for if I had something else Packout, I can kind of hook it in there to kind of keep this from getting bumped off. But you could utilize these smaller Packouts like this and put cooking utensils in it or something else that you wanted to use to camp with. And they have so many different sizes of these. This one's obviously full of tools. Well, hopefully you found this content helpful. I had fun making with it because it was fun to play with my stoves. I'm a total gear nerd. But if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Leave us a comment. We're a brand new channel, and all of that stuff helps the algorithm get us to you and everyone else out there because they don't know anything about us yet. I will leave some links in the description for all S3 of these stoves or something close to it. If you click on those, that helps us out as well. So definitely go check those out. If it was me and I was telling you which one to get, I'd say get the GSI because this thing is cool and it takes up very little space and it runs on propane. Check out the links. Please use those. That helps us out. I'll post a link there. And then I'll post some links for these Packouts and the Chuk Box. And with the Chuk Box, we actually have a bit of a relationship with them. I will post a link where you can get 15% off the Chuk Box. They got a new batch coming in here soon this month. So if you want to get one, get your order in now. And again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope all of you have a wonderful 2026. I hope you take this year to get out there and get on the trails, and hopefully we can kind of help you with some advice on doing that. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching Whiskey City Overland. Now I'm going to go have my tea. Oh yeah.